Hey guys, we're just looking at getting going for the year here, and we wanted to kind of streamline the process of getting back into the process of lessons. And so we're going to walk you guys through today. I'm going to get Lola ready to ride, and we're going to go through the steps of what we need to do in order to do that, and we're going to talk a little bit about why we do that, so just to refresh your memory. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I come over to my grooming kit, and I grab my curry comb. We come up to Lola, and we're gonna start with the curry comb, placing one hand on the horse, and then taking the curry comb and making circular motions over her body. We're gonna be careful not to do too hard on her more ticklish spots because they don't like that. I don't want to annoy Lola. We go through and do this. This brings the loose dirt up, or loosens up the dirt rather, from underneath her coat, and then also, as you can see in the springtime, does a great job of taking this other coat off for us and finishing getting her to her summer coat. Sit still, Lola. Sit still. Okay. So some of the reasons we start off by grooming our horse when we're getting ready to ride is it gives us a chance to kind of look over the horse, make sure she doesn't have any injuries, make sure she's looking good and healthy, because we have to kind of look all of her over when we're doing this. And I just look down at her legs, and I feel under her belly and see what's going on there, make sure everything's good with her. It also gives us an opportunity to continue to build our relationship with her. Horses communicate with each other by grooming often, and they appreciate it, don't you, Lola? And then it also serves the purpose of the obvious one of getting them clean. And cleans off that area that the saddle is so that they don't get any rubs or anything like that on them. So that they're nice and comfy when we're using them. Alright, so I got done currying and got her all scratched up, got all the dirt loosened up and the coat loosened. Now I grabbed the dandy brush. So with the dandy brush, we're going to do a similar thing where we keep a hand on the horse so we can always kind of keep contact with her. So if she swings over into anything, we're staying out of her space. But we're going to take the dandy brush and we're going to make like a flicking motion with it. So we're going to take and get all that dirt off that we just loosened up and flick it off. And we're going to just do that real quickly all the way down either of her sides. And also getting her tummy where the girth goes, so that way she doesn't get any rub spots there. Okay guys, so after I got done dandying her off and getting her all clean and nice looking, we got to take a look at her feet. So I went ahead and grabbed my hoof pick out of my grooming kit. I'm going to come over to Lola. I'm going to stand right up close to her. I'm going to place my hand on her shoulder and just run it down and give it a little cluck. She's going to pick it up for me. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to push in right at the heels back here, and we're going to clean out these two little crevices. And then we're going to come up here to the rest of the hoof and just kind of give this a little bit of a scraping as well if there's dirt packed down in it. Her hoof's a little soft right now, but we're trying not to dig at the hoof and just get the dirt out. We're doing this to make sure there's no stones, and I think there is a little one there. Yep, right there. Make sure there's no stones and make sure she's nice and comfy. And we're going to go around and do the other front foot as well. I'm going to take Lola and push her over. Just using as little pressure as I can. Do the same thing over here. Just cleaning those out. And then whether or not you'll do the back feet will determine what we tell you that day. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the saddle. Okay, so we just finished getting Lola all cleaned up. Her feet are picked out. She's all cleaned. We made sure she has no boo-boos. We patted her all over. She's nice and calm now. And so we're ready to start getting her ready to ride. I said in the last clip that I was going to grab the saddle, but I was wrong. We grabbed the saddle pad first that goes on here. we want to make sure they have nice good cushion. It helps the saddle to fit a little bit better and makes the hours that we're on them a little more bearable for them. So we're going to do kind of a similar thing as what we did when we were picking out her feet, and we're just going to start by standing at her shoulder. And I'm just going to say, easy Lola. I'm going to just raise it up and put it on her back. Now normally we would also take beforehand, especially if it's a horse you don't know. We're going to let them know what's going on. And Lola doesn't care, she's looking at a bird. So we're going to come back over here and just set it down on her and give it a little bit of a slide back to help the hair lay flat. Okay, so now that the saddle pad is on Lola and she's basically ready to go, we went ahead and grabbed the saddle. I already put the girth up over and put the horn on the stirrup on the horn rather. And that way when we toss the saddle over, it doesn't hurt Lola. These are heavy metal stirrups and we don't want to kick her. So we're going to do the same thing as with the pad, and we're going to just kind of reach it up. Easy Lola, let her know we're coming, and just set it down and let it be there. And then we're going to I'm going to run my hand around Lola's back. We're going to come and set these down, making sure not to hit Lola's side. I want to be nice and kind to her. And we're going to check to make sure our girth is set to the right length. And it looks like that's going to be right about it.
Out.
Yeah, and we're also going to kick Lola's butt out here real quick. Because she's kind of pinching me in. We don't like that. So we're going to do that. And we're going to come back around to this side. And then it's time to tighten up the cinch. Alright, so now that we're ready to do the cinch and tie that on, we're going to reach under here, letting Lola know we're there. She knows I'm here. I gave her a pat beforehand. And then we're going to take our latigo, and we're going to run this through like this. Gonna come back up over and go through a second time. And then for Lola, we're going to tie the knot on here. So we start on our second time going through here. We come to the left. I'm going to have to tighten a little bit to get us some slack. We don't tighten it quite down right yet because we want this to be loose so that we can have some play. Once that's tight, you won't be able to get your fingers under there. So then we come around the front, making sure that can lay down, and then this will come down through. But now we're going to go ahead and tighten it. And I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I don't want to hurt Lola's sides. It doesn't feel good to have it snugged up all the way right away, but we're just going to make it tight so the saddle doesn't move off there by pulling up on the outermost strap. And we're going to pull that down through, and then our knot is done. Alright guys, so there you go. You're ready to ride and start working on the day's tasks. Have fun and be safe.